Hey, what's happening? It's your boy, Kqkc Boxing, coming to you with another live video, another throwdown video. First of all, I'm going to give a shout out to the LDBC. That's right. And I want to give a shout out to all of my subscribers. I went over a live stream earlier today, pretty much trying to fill in the void, what we do. Junior, the truth, he explained that what we do, we try to keep up and make sure that we keep everybody informed on the current state of boxing. We want to make sure that every hour, on the hour, we're going to keep you up to date. We're going to make sure that you will be informed of breaking news or anything that might happen to a boxer, Adonis Stevenson, how he's doing. He's doing well. He's out of coma. Of course, you know that. He wants to watch boxing a lot, and he's sitting up. And that's a blessing. Keep telling everyone that boxing is a great sport, but it's not for the faint of heart. Boxing is a combat sport. Keep that in mind. And first of all, shout out to Thurman. Great lecture. I call it a lecture, but you might call it a talk, show, whatever. Whatever it was great, But Kqkc, I'm gonna talk about boxing. That's my forte. Now, he's right. Now, don't ever doubt for now, he's right. If you think you know everything, then how can you learn anything? You see what I'm saying? If you think you know everything, how can you learn anything? Right? Exactly. That's what I've been saying about Keith Thurman. He think he knows everything about boxing, but he don't know if he love boxing. He don't know if he want to box. Hell, he don't even know if he want to come back. That's what's so funny to me. That's what bites my ass sometimes. Excuse the phrase. So I mean that really pisses me off. And I don't like it. Let me close this down some. Okay. Sorry. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah. So anyway, Keith Thurman don't know if he wants to come back. If someone, one of you all, send me a something in the chat so I can make sure my chat is working. It looks like it's not working, but can someone make sure that it is working? And just hello, whatever, okay, and send it to me. But Keith Thurman, as I was saying, it looks like he'll be fighting Josito Lopez tomorrow. We know that. He didn't get in an accident. He didn't hurt his hand in sparring. He doesn't have a torn ligament. He don't have a broke finger. So therefore, I guess the fight is on. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, what would he do when he get in there? This is my pre breakdown of the fight. I will be breaking it down tomorrow before the fight, but I kind of figure out how the fight probably would go. The fight probably would go like something like this. First, let me check this chat because, oh, here we go. Okay, there we go. Live chat. What's up, Mark Blake? All right. Bit Fats. What's up? Okay. Black Ham TV. Peace to the chat. All right. My man Carl. What's happening, bro? Hi, bro. Everything is going fine, my man. I got my 2 granddaughters over. All right. See how well disciplined they are? They're not saying too much, but they're here. All right. So, but they older now. They're not babies, so they know how to act. So, but anyway, now I got it right. For some reason, my facts they was off. That's why I was asking you all this to show me something. But anyway, I'm here to talk about Keith Thurman. Then I'm gonna get to DL in a minute. I know Chris Eubanks and DL. Keith Thurman. Now this is my regular time. Keep this in mind. This is my regular time. Okay. Actually, between 12 and 12:30. Went out for 9 finishes. All right, because I don't like to rush one of my LDBC brothers when they finish. So anyway, but what's going on, main event, Mark? And holla at Big Fats, everybody. Okay, great. Now, Keith Thurman. Let's see how he do tomorrow. Let's make sure that he's okay. Okay, let's make sure he don't twist his toe on the way there. You know how Keith Thurman has a problem with certain shit, you know? So let's make sure he's all well and dandy, because every time you get ready to fight Spence, like Earl Spence said, he's always hurt, you know? I don't know if that's a ploy, or I don't know if he's stalling. I don't know if he's in shape, or I just don't know if he's enjoying being a champion. Not now, but back then, because he had 2 years off to enjoy his new wife and to do other shit. Okay? Which is bullshit. Now, what it is he might be running out of money. That can happen. So remember, you're taking care of 2 people. Okay, AJ versus Wilder, your opinion. Do you think the fight will happen this year? Yes, I do. I know everybody think I'm crazy, but Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and Anthony Joshua need that reputation back. Now, he haven't lost it completely yet, but this will be a defining moment for Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Now, when they happen? Latter part of the year. Something like a December. Something like a November, December, something like that, at the end of the year. It will be a tough negotiation. Trust me, no doubt about it. And you know what? This really gonna mess your mind up. The fight would be in the USA. Remember, Kqkc said that. Their fight would be over here in the USA. They would negotiate, because the money is over here right now. And the momentum is with who? Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. And the wild card is with who? Luis Ortiz. Yes, the so-called boogeyman of the heavyweight division. So now, don't quote me, Carl, because it can be in England and it'd be no deal. But what if? Just what if Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua, Matchroom, everybody, Al Heyman, okay, Shelly Finkel, okay, 50-50, yes, on one condition: we have the fight in England. You think Deontay Wilder will turn that down? Hell no. No way. No way will he turn that down. Because, see, they close now, actually. Because Deontay Wilder already said, you know, hey, if it ain't 50-50, I don't even want to talk to your ass. But we this close, 60-40. 60-40. Now, a year ago, Deontay Wilder said, yeah, I'll take that. Yes. But now, those two back-to-back fights with Ortiz and Fury, which was tough fights for him. You know, I'm sorry for this, but they was tough fights for him. They was tough fights. So Ortiz, okay, I know Anthony Joshua watched the fight. He said he didn't, but I know he did. And he saw how Deontay got rocked. And everybody knows the inexperience of Deontay Wilder. No, he's not a boxer. You know, I'm admitting that. No, he's very inexperienced when it comes to fundamentals. When you get rocked and when you get hit flush, what you do is you hold your opponent. You grab his ass like a bear. That's what you do. Then you hold him till the referee break you up. Because you buying time. You shaking your head. You know, you getting no cobwebs out that you just got rocked. You know? And thank God that it was towards the end of the round. And what did he do? Bam, went back to the corner. Shook the shit off. Put some water over his head. Then he came back. Then there you go. Boom, it's over with. Now, I know AJ seen him take them hits, flush, and then fall. He walked right on through them and try to get to him, walk on through, just trying, you know. But see, that's an inexperience. You know, you supposed to hold. What's up, Big Money? What it do? What it do? What it do? Yes, sir. What's up, player? Huh? You doing all right, Playboy? Good, good, good. Hit that like button. That subscribe button, fellas, if y'all haven't. Now, Deontay Wilder is not going to turn down 60-40 split and probably a couple of other perks, you know, just to have that fight over there. That, you know, one thing about that, Carl, is that I don't care if it's in England or America. I just want to see the fight. The fight already been promoted, just like Earl Spence and Terence Crawford. Ain't nothing else to be said. You know, I mean, you can do the weigh-in, okay, wow, beautiful. But the fight already been promoted. It been promoted by us, you, the chat, everybody. Everybody asking questions about Terence Crawford, Earl Spence, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. They could have had that fight last year. They could have had that fight before Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury stepped up, made an ass out of Anthony Joshua, and say, hey, are you chicken? I take on Deontay Wilder. I take on Deontay Wilder right here in America. And what do you do? He outboxed him. That's what he did. He didn't outfight him. He outboxed him. And yes, Deontay Wilder got outboxed. But why? Because Deontay Wilder was thinking about taking his head off, knocking him out, one punch Charlie, and you're out of there. But that didn't work. Because you're going against a 6'9", damn near 300-pound Sugar Ray Leonard. Never, ever seen a man at 6'9" move like that. And neither has Deontay Wilder. See, the bigger you are, the slower you are, really. Well, that's how it's supposed to work. But I told everyone that I never seen that shit before. Then you get hit flush. Then you get hit with the left for good measure on the way down. You go unconscious for about 3 seconds. You wake up and get up and jump up. Hey, I'm all right. Then you tag him with one of your left and hurt him. Man, shit. That was a exciting fight. And you can't tell me it wasn't. Yeah, I have it as a draw. No, Deontay Wilder did not win that fight. I have it as a draw. And that's what it was, a draw. Now, see, let me break this down. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of shots miss. You know, people that's there in person, they can see that. You know, we can't see it on TV. The people at the stadium, they can't see if they sit way up in the rafters. But I'm gonna tell you this though. Anybody can tell once the reruns, because that's what I think our advantage is at home, the reruns. You know, just like when Adrian Broner knocked down Emmanuel Taylor. He wasn't hitting him with nothing. It was decoys. You know, he was doing it. Bam. That's all. Just like some people say lazy jab. No, it's not a lazy jab. It's just something to keep his eyes occupied and look over. It's not a lazy jab. You know, see, a lazy jab is somebody just throw it out there. You know, you got to throw a jab with authority. You know, throw it with authority, like, you know, throw it like wham. You know, like the Charlo throw it. Throw it like Deontay Wilder throw it. Shit, lipping that. Now, he might not have the fundamentals quite down pat yet, but he's strong. About the third or fourth jab, Mikey Garcia nose was bleeding. Now, that's a jab. You see, that's a jab. And we all know everything works behind a jab. But yes, I believe that fight will happen this year. I know people might think I'm crazy, but one thing about Anthony Joshua, he cares about what people think about him. And one thing about Eddie Hearn, he will lie his ass off, but he's not going to let his fighter take too much punishment from the public. So that's why I think they're going to break down and just say, well, you know what? Let's end this shit. 50-50. Headlines all over the world. Fight is on. Anthony Joshua will fight Deontay Wilder in Sheffield, England at the O2 Arena in Wimbledon Stadium. I don't give a shit where. I want to see the fight. That's all. I don't care where. See, boxing is boxing to me. I love boxing. See, boxing is a sport that is individual. It's not a team sport. Sure, you got people in your corner, but they're not going out there with you. They can see things on the outside looking in that you can't see. I like the strategy about the sport. I like how you this close from each other, and you don't know if he's gonna hit you with a left or he's gonna hit you with a right. You don't know if he's gonna go to the midsection. You don't know if he's gonna go to the chest, heart, because all your vital organs is from here on down. So that's what it is. It is what it is. That's all. And I don't care where the fight is from. You can be from, like I said, Kyrgyzstan. If you can box, you can box. And you know what? I'm going to ride your coattail. I'm going to say, hey, man, this dude can box. This dude can fight. So let's see. Like everybody coming down on Canelo Alvarez. Look, I don't have anything against him. He has improved. I mean, you got to admit that, you know. He had 2 good back-to-back fights with Triple G. Yeah, he lost to Floyd Mayweather, but he was only 22 years old. And himself, he had to say this, you know, hey, look, I lost the fight, but I learned a lot. And I learned a lot from a future Hall of Fame. That's a man. That's a man admitting his loss. So that's what he did. He admitted his loss, but it made him a better fighter. And every time you see Canelo, don't you see how good he's getting now? his fast speed, working behind that jab, fighting on the back foot. Remember when he fought Floyd? He was so slow. Floyd was hitting him with Floyd. Floyd was counterpunching him all day, and he kept on missing. But now speed, that speed got up. You know, same way with Devontae Davis. He's getting better, but he's stuck. See, he's stuck right now. I'm not talking about the streets. Okay, I'm not talking about the streets. He's stuck. All right, he's stuck as far as in the ring. See, that's when Floyd, the best counterpuncher I ever seen, the best defensive fighter I ever seen, the best fighter at a smaller weight than heavyweight I ever seen. Not Lomachenko, Floyd Mayweather in his prime when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. You know, I ain't talking about Money Mayweather. I'm talking about Pretty Boy Floyd. Floyd could have did a lot for Tank. I mean, a lot. He could have taught him a lot if he was a real promoter. He could be a promoter / trainer. Hey, he promotes him. He could go in that ring, in that gym. That's his gym. You know? Ain't no way his stable should look the way they look. And you know, Julian Love, you know, come on. I mean, now Badu Jack, he's a reputable great fighter, but he doesn't hit hard. Now, he goes to the body well, but that's over a period of 12 rounds. Then it gets to the other opponent. But what against you run against someone like Marcus Brown just did? Marcus Brown used his wit and intelligence to beat Badu Jack because he knew that he was a body puncher. He knew that he didn't have any more tools in his toolbox. But Marcus Brown will run into somebody that will have more than one thing in their toolbox, like Lomachenko. Everybody say, oh, he been found out. He been found out. Just because somebody gave him a little competition, that don't mean he been found out. You know, it's just like they say Floyd, collecting that data. Floyd don't collect that data. He just know where the punches are coming from after 2 or 3 rounds when you do things repetitiously. You keep on hitting, going to the stomach. You got to change up sometimes. Like Deontay Wilder, all he was doing was overshooting the right hand because he was head hunting. He started off fine the first round going to the body. But you got to change up because your opponent, they're going to expect that. They're going to expect, oh, he finna go to the body. He going to the body. Same with Sean Porter. He do that stone fake. Then he make his move. Everybody knows that. I mean, you have to study a fighter. You got to study a fighter habits. That's why I'm so kind of high on Earl Spence because he doesn't do the same thing all the time. Now, what I hear, he has a lot of tools in his toolbox. When he fought Lamont Peterson, he did a little razzle dazzle, you know, change it up a little bit. That's fine. When he fought Kell Brooks, he was more aggressive. That's fine because he was a hungry young lion. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. I missed a lot, didn't I? Okay, salute Kqkc. Yeah, what's up, Rob Sportman? Okay, everybody like to say. Okay. Very good. Scrabble. Thanks, Carl. What's good, brother Kqkc? Salute to the chat. All right. Rematched the fight twice. Wilder won, and he rewatched the fight. Wilder won, and he knocked Fury down 3 times, but credited for 2 rounds. I've never been a big Canelo fan. I think he has been juicing for a long time. Well, yeah, you know, Mark, I agree with that in a sense because I like Hatton do was a scrapper. Oh yeah, Ricky Hatton was a scrapper when he fought Floyd. That fight, he came out to manhandle Floyd, to rush Floyd. He made it where Floyd had to uh, move out the way besides setting up. He didn't give Floyd a chance to set up his stance. He didn't give Floyd to figure him out, whatever. So Floyd just started being rough with him. So Floyd went to what he knew. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's a great fighter. If I can't fight my style, I'm not gonna fight yours, but I'm gonna fight a different style. And that's what he did. That's why I say, he was great in the ring. That's why he was my idol. But now he's an asshole. And it is what it is. But Canelo, when Floyd did that all access, and that's when I realized that Canelo was juicing. That's when I figured out that Manny Pacquiao might have been juicing. All these needles he's scared of, this and that. Then all of a sudden, he take a needle shot. Then Canelo, he says that it's in the food. Bullshit. What he thought was that USADA and VADA wasn't coming across the country lines. That's what he thought. But he was wrong. They did. So that's what happened. So, yeah. So that's what it is. So, yeah. I'm sorry, I was talking to somebody else. So anyway, but yeah, that's what I did. That's what he did. So, yeah, but they was too light on Canelo. What's good for one should be good for everybody. If Earl Spence is juicing, or might be juicing, whatever, which I doubt it. He's just a big guy, and that's just the way he's built. And I don't think he's juicing, but if he was, he should get the same punishment everybody else get. Why Canelo get away with, and Billy Joe Saunders got stripped, and why Canelo getting stripped? Both of them play pay single. I mean both of them has belt. Okay, both of them is pretty much around the same weight class. Now Billy Joe Saunders, now that is a little bit different because over in England they have WADA. Now they have the same pretty much rules as VADA. It's just that it's the in and out competition that confuses us. Like over here, you don't supposed to be juicing at all if you hold a belt. If you hold a belt, you got to be tested all year round. Now, I think over in England, if you out of competition and you get caught juicing, I think that's okay, not okay, but you don't get fined or anything. But once you get into competition, which is like a week in training camp or something like that, it's very confusing because I never read up on WADA. But WADA and VADA is basically the same rules and regulations. Now, that's pretty much under the bridge because Billy Joe Saunders is back, and I don't know how that's going to work, but he should meet Demetrius Andre. They should finish what they was going to start. Now, I do have Billy Joe Saunders. I think he's a better boxer. And Demetrius Andre, he pretty much wasted his career. He did. By being jealous, being a baby because he getting paid more. Everybody knows the story. I'm not gonna bore y'all with that, but everybody knows the story. Everybody know what he done. But I want to get to this Chris Eubank Sr. and James Yale, because I made a video about this, I believe earlier. I don't know if y'all caught it or not. Uh, let's see what Mark Blake says. Uh, yeah, I didn't live that proper lifestyle. He blow up between fights. Yeah, he did. Right. So true, Mark. He would be gone a lot further otherwise. But oh yeah, have you seen Ricky Hatton lately? He's big as hell. Marcos Madonna is. That's why Blu-ray, which is the trainer and conditioner of Earl Spence, that everybody in LWC always interviewing, and he says the same thing about Earl. He said that it's a natural thing to blow up between fights because you're not really working out like you will when you get ready to have a fight. But you still should work out. Like Earl, he said Earl is in shape, but he's not in fighting shape. It's a difference. And same with Tank. You can't let yourself go in between fights like that. Then when you get a fight and you got to start training camp and you got to make weight, especially if you're a champion or you're going to lose the belt on the scale like Tank did. I mean, if you find that 130 or 135, lightweight, and if you weighing 150 something pounds, that's a lot of weight to take off. And I know it can be done, but can it be done the proper way? And will you survive in that ring? Because that's a lot of weight to take off. That's not good for the body. It's not. He knows the faults he made maybe. Yeah, I know. Yeah. A lot of people do. A fighter has a lot of responsibilities. I'm gonna be honest with you. Fighters, that's their livelihood. If I was a fighter and a champion or a contender, I don't care, but if I'm a fighter, I'm gonna hone in on my craft all the time. I'm gonna stay in the gym. I'm gonna stay learning. I'm gonna stay being a student of the game, because I want to be the best that I can be. I want to be able to say, hey, look, I won this belt. Okay, I unified all the titles at 140, like Crawford did. That's called discipline. That calls that, hey, look, I'm not gonna be coming in at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning from partying all night, like Broner and Tank does. I'll be getting up, going to the job, and do 10 miles, 7 miles. Then I'm gonna come back, eat breakfast, and get ready to go to the gym to work out. And this is between fights. Then when it's time to go to training camp, I don't believe that you have to leave your family at home or never see them for 6 weeks. I'm not. If you know what you got to do, you shouldn't have no distractions. I mean, if your mind is set on beating this guy, just because your wife and kids are there, that shouldn't stop you from doing and sparring and being the best you can be. That shouldn't stop nothing. If you want it that bad. And I see a lot of young guys that's not taking this seriously. And you know what? I'm scared that they're going to get hurt. Just like Adrian Broner. I hate to keep missing this guy, but if he keep on keeping his hands in his pocket, somebody's going to hurt that young man. You're going to have to start fighting. You can't swing that he swing. You have to swing with him. Fight together. Don't wait on him. You be first. Be first. And stand your ground. Don't let him push you back. You ever see Earl get pushed back? No, he keep coming forward. It's a mental thing sometimes, you know. If you keep walking them down, they try to throw them off their game, you know. Remain Severe trying to do Deontay Wilder like that. And everybody thought he was going to freeze up. That's why he was so excited after the fight, talking about who can't box, who can't take a punch, you know, who can't go 12 rounds, you know, because he was knocking niggas out in 2 rounds, 3 rounds. So that's why he was so excited, because he did put on a methodically, well thought out fight. He did not remain Severe out that first fight. He won 4 of them rounds on a jab alone. And who has the best jab as an amateur? Mark Brillman. He was one of the best amateurs the United States had ever had, and threw a jab. He didn't have a great career. Because that's why I try to tell everybody. Just because you was in the U.S. Olympics, that don't mean that you're going to be a dynamite pro. Yes, some do. Floyd, Earl, you know, Sugar Ray. I mean, yeah, it's true enough. Sometimes they do. But sometimes they don't. Look at Nate Jones. He talked all that shit about Earl being an alcoholic. And he was the alcoholic. He was in the Olympics, but he couldn't make it. So Floyd said, come work for me. I'll get you out of the gutter. I'll put you in AA. And I'll get you a job. That's why I say, don't call the kettle black. Tank said on the Breakfast Club that he doesn't train between fights. See, he knows the faults he may make. Yeah, you see, yeah. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. He don't train. Broner needs to see a sports psychologist. Yes, he does. Very good, Mark. That's the same thing I said. He needs to see a sports psychologist. You know why? Because he has some kind of block. And what I mean by a block means that when he lost to Marcos Maidana, everybody knows it really, because that's when the signs start coming. You know, he was really bothered, you know, by that. Someone I talked with that's close to his camp. They told me that he was really bothered by that. He tried to act like he wasn't, but he was. You know, he'd stare off in space. You know, he got knocked down, you know, twice and got rocked and was embarrassed. Because remember, he must have been the heir to Floyd Mayweather, right? And Marcos Maidana was stronger than he thought he was. Marcos Maidana was on his job. He was lifting weights. He was working out. Damn near 24 hours a day. Robert Garcia said he wanted to beat this guy. He was determined. He did one of those Rockies thing. Put his picture up on the mirror. He was honed in on him. And what happened? Exactly what happened. He even went back to the corner, told everybody, shut the fuck up. Okay, I got this. Okay, you got this. Okay. Then he had to get escorted in the back because he's crying and bleeding. That takes a toll on a fighter that never had to go through that, and he was so young. See, when Broner was young, they threw a lot of money at him because he was that good. And I think they were expecting too much, too soon from a young man like that. You know, they brought him along. Oh, you know, okay, they didn't rush him, but he brought a lot on himself. he made a joke out of himself sometimes. And Floyd, he wasn't a mentor because AB was right. Uh, 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 Floyd only wants you to do good, but not better than him. And you know what? One thing about that, he won't admit that though. You see, they won't admit that. You know what I mean? See, AB, you're right. AB is never going to admit that's the problem with Marcos Madonna. And what I hear, he's talking about coming back, Marcos Madonna. Now, would he come at 147? I don't know. He might come at 154, the big as he is. But he was a hard puncher. Now, think about that, though. I mean, before, a long time ago, he lost to a couple, not unskilled fighter, but, and all of a sudden, he pumped up. I'm not saying he was on steroids or anything, but he got in the gym and he worked. He lifted weights. He did everything possible, and it showed, and it paid off. Matter of fact, he took one of them pictures like Floyd be doing with all the money and stuff. He smiled. He bought a couple of cows and a couple of horses. He bought a nice house. In Argentina, money goes a long ways versus over here. It goes a long, long way. And he's living a nice lifestyle over there. Shoot, them 2 fights with Floyd, he retired. That was good enough for him, boy. Man, he paid his people off, and man, I'm through. You see, he eating good. But sometimes you got father and son teams. You got the Mayweathers. You got the Mayweathers. You got the what you call you got the Mayweathers. You got the what you call I'm sorry. Excuse me for that. All right. I'm sorry. You got the Mayweathers. You got the all the fallen sons, the Porters. Everybody. The Eubanks. Okay? That's what I'm getting at. The Eubanks. The Eubanks, they are, and the Garcias, the Garcias too. I'm trying to I'm looking at my granddaughter, so I'm sorry for the distraction. And she came downstairs to see. I told her everything was fine. But because I don't like children around if I use bad language, so I don't think that's appropriate. I'm just like that, but yeah. Now, but the Kenny Porter, K. Diddy, he had made some big mistakes with his son. And he's still making some bad mistakes. Then you have Danny Garcia and his father. Now, he, Angel, he haven't made too many mistakes. All right? Danny is a good fighter. Danny is a good fighter now. Yes, he got a couple losses. Yes, he does. But the Eubanks, I swear to God, I just can choke that damn Eubanks Senior if I ever get my hands on him. Because, for one, he's an arrogant little motherfucker. 2, he thinks his son is better than sliced bread. 3, he got to stop taking over his son's career because he's messing him up. See, what's the deal is that sometimes Sometimes you have to let your son grow up. You have to let him make his own decisions. You have to let him know that, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do. All right? I'm going to let you make your mind up. What do you want to do? Because if you take this fight, it can lead to something bigger. You take this fight, it can lead to something bigger. You know, that what another trainer would tell him. But no, not his father. No, don't take that fight. That ain't enough money. You don't need that guy. You want big fights. But people are not going to give you big fights if you don't have a pass. If you haven't came up in the trenches. Just because your father fought, that don't mean you get special treatment. Look at Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You think he gets special treatment? Hell no. They can't stand him in Mexico. They love his father, but he is not his father. He must take off his mother because he is nothing like his father. Chris Eubanks Sr. have to understand. You cannot be a trainer / manager / dad. Okay? I get it. Get it. You love your father to death. You love your son to death. But if you're not specialized in that field, don't fuck your son's career up. Let somebody else take Dominic Eagle, anybody. Train your son the proper way. Don't train him to fight like you because maybe he can't fight like you. Just because you share the same DNA, like I said, that doesn't mean that he's going to be you. And you weren't that great to begin with. You don't get in the ring with ankle boots on, a bow tie, in a two-piece suit, and stand there and look at him. One of those stares like his son do. Like he did something, he just got whooped that round. Come on. Damn. Do we have to go through this? You know what needs to be done. You used to be a fighter. Yes, your son gonna be one of the top middleweights if he had the proper training. He's not balanced. Sometimes his feet get tangled. I don't even know where the jab is at. If he did have a jab, he don't work behind it. I can't even tell if he's a southpaw or orthodox because all he does is go in and bull rushing and doing this. He need a crash course in fundamentals. Sometimes I'm told boxing is just not cut and dry like that. All right? Boxing, it takes a lot outside the ring as well as in. Yes, you're right about Adrian Broner. Yes, Adrian Broner does need some work. Yes, he does. He needs to see a psychiatrist. Yes, he does, a boxing psychologist. He does, because, yes, that Marcos Maidana fight, it took a lot out of him. Not physically, mentally. For some reason, other fighters, they usually be okay. Hey, okay, he whooped my ass, I lost. Man, it just wasn't my night. The best man won. I didn't fight like I should have. My game plan didn't work out, whatever. But Adrian Broner really took this hard. He's at the point where he don't want to let his hand go. Why? Because he's scared he's going to get countered and get knocked out. So he's gun shy. And it's like a mental block. See, and someone suggests that he should fight unskilled fighters to make his confidence go up. No, You shouldn't do that. No, 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 no. Because you're diminishing his skills. The ones he had left, the ones that he do use. See, once he get that corrected, some way, somehow, if he's not too old, then he'll have the full package almost. Then maybe, just maybe, he can get back in there. Because he still have a fan base. He still can put asses in the seats. People still like his entertainment, goofy, and minstrel show. But he got to get his shit together outside the ring and inside the ring to be relevant, to be talked about. That's what he needs to do. That's what he needs to do. Let me see what. Oh, okay. Running behind World Breaker will be coming on. And a salute to everybody in the chat. Okay? I'm Kqkc Boxing. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to do so. All right? I do 4 videos a day. A couple live streams, a couple videos, and I come on at between 12 and 12:30, right off of Fanon. But right now at 8 o'clock, I'm filling in for someone till they come back and fill in that spot. So that is basically it. But I will be breaking down the fights tomorrow, and same time. You know, we working, we doing it. You know, World Breaking and his co-host Kurt Anderson, Kurt Sugar. They will be coming up next, and I want you to take that energy, that box energy. See, we keeping it moving. We keeping it moving. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, and yeah, I'm gonna break down some more fights tomorrow. So please, if you haven't subscribed, feel free to do so. And you get all the notifications each time I do a video or live stream. All right. Well, I want everybody to have a good weekend and have a good watch the fight tomorrow too. And because Monday I want to ask you all, how do you feel how Keith was looking? Did he look like he loved what he was doing in there? Let me know if you're having fun. You know, let me know if his jab is straight. You know, let me know about his lateral movement. You know, I'm gonna watch the fight. I'm just saying that I just want to know your opinion. So that's one thing about Kqkc. You know, hey, we in this together. You know, I want to know your thoughts. So that's all. And with that, that's all I have. Okay, I'm gonna go up here and wake my granddaughter up and feed her. Okay, because it's time for her to eat. All right. So with that, that's all I got. And I catch you on the next one. Peace and love to the chat. And peace and love to everyone in the LDBC. I'm out of here. Peace.